You finally figured out of those zillion topics in your head which one you want to write about for your nonfiction book. Yay! You may be even giddy excited about this since you finally nailed it down. But maybe now there's the next thing that you're thinking about. Maybe that's holding you back. And maybe that's all the thoughts that are swirling around in your head. Feels like they're all over the place and they're not lining up nicely to make sense. Want to know how to get that book to fall out of your head? Well, this video is for you then, because I'm going to share the same exact process that I've used to write my best-selling books and to help over 100 others do the same. I'm Vickie Gould, marketing and book coach and publisher from morningoakpublishing.com, where we help you to write, publish, market, and launch nonfiction books for your business. We have clients from 4 continents, 14 countries, and 21 states. For some of them, English wasn't even their first language. So if they can do this, you can do it too. And I'm going to assume that if you're watching this video, you understand what topic is best for your business. Because after all, we're writing nonfiction books to grow businesses. And if you haven't figured it out, check out my video on how to pick that best perfect topic. And as well, if you haven't grabbed my free report on the top 10 most profitable best-selling book niches, grab it down below before you forget. Now, let's structure and outline your book so you can get it done in 60 days or even less. And in the end, I'll tell you what to do if you're afraid of giving away the farm in your book. Or maybe you're thinking, they're not going to need me if I give so much inside the book that I already gave everything, they won't take the next step. Okay, let's go back for a second to think about where your reader is right now. Now, I call your reader your ideal client reader because we are moving readers through an experience inside your book that will lead them to knowing you, connecting with you, and then wanting to experience more with you in your paid programs and services. Your reader should be the same person as your ideal client. Remember, the biggest impact and money you can make is by having your best-selling book lead your reader to an upsell. I'll link the video where I talked about this at the end of this video. So you are giving your reader a transformation inside this book. This is the promise that you're making. And remember, when you deliver on that promise, they will want more. Think about that transformation now. How can you get your reader from where they are right now to where you're promising that they can be? Are there specific steps? Chunk those steps out. So let's use 10 steps as our guide. Now, as a side note, you don't want to make too many steps. Don't make it like 107 ways to blah, blah, blah. It's going to feel overwhelming. Even 27 is going to feel overwhelming. And then people won't want to finish it or even do it. And if you can't deliver on the transformation, what's the purpose? If they don't want to finish the book or even buy it in the first place, then there's no real purpose in putting it together, right? So make it simple, make it easy, make it something they feel like they can do. Then for each step, break it up into 3 to 5 mini steps. Now, if you have a specific order of the steps, that will dictate the order of those 10 chapters. But if instead you have concepts or pillars that your reader needs to understand in order to get from point A to point B, then the order should be that the most interesting concept or pillar should be the one to go first. That whole save the best till last thing does not work in books because so many people don't finish or take a while to finish reading a book. So, for example, if you're writing a book about how to sew, maybe you need to share number 1, how to buy a great sewing machine. Number 2, what kind of needle is best for the fabric. Number 3, how to pick a really great pattern. Number 4, how to select that right fabric for your project, and then so on. See how it needs some sort of specific order? Or let's say you're talking about finding your soulmate. It might be number 1, list out all the characteristics of who you're looking for. Number 2, learn to forgive yourself about past choices. Number 3, create your list of non negotiables. So, see how these might be more like concepts or pillars you need before you get back out there, and it doesn't necessarily matter what order you do them in? That's what I'm talking about. So, if you've done the math, then you might have already multiplied these things out in your head. We've got 10 chapters. Each one has 3 to 5 points. So let's just use 3 for some easy math, okay? So 10 chapters times 3 points breaks up into 30 points you're making inside your book total, right? Now, if you write one long blog post per point per day, you can get done in 30 days. And what I mean by a long blog post is use that mini step as your topic and write something that's a few pages long that's like a blog post talking about it. And you do that every day for 30 days, your whole entire book is done in a month. If you want to take the weekends off, you can get done in 60 days instead. Pretty simple, right? It's easy peasy. And this is why my program is called Easy Writer. I know what you might be thinking, but Vickie, if I give all that away, and I'm giving away everything, they won't need me after they read my book. Well, there's 2 things you need to know about this. First of all, many people can learn and read about something, but not know how to apply it personally to their lives. They will still need you no matter how much you give away. Secondly, back to the whole you don't want to overwhelm people with too much information. Now, I personally love to get fire hosed because I'm an avid learner, but not everyone does. In fact, most people don't like it at all. So you may want to go only so deep into the steps or so wide into the steps in your book. And then you allude to taking them the rest of the way in your programs and services. And that's it. It's pretty simple. This way of chunking out your book may seem a little bit too simple, but if you take it to heart and use it, you can shave years off of writing your book and write it faster than even you thought you could. I've had clients use the same chunking method and write their book over the course of 3 weekends. I even had a client who had been trying to write his book 10 years and finally got it done in 8 weeks. How does that happen? Because the clarity of what to write about makes the book fall out of your head. Now, let me know in the comments below if you found this to be helpful, and give me a thumbs up if you liked it. And if you're writing a book or thinking about writing a book for your business, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss anything that will help you get your book done faster and easier. Like I said before, 100% of my best-selling clients became bestsellers within 24 hours of their launch, and I'll be giving away some of my best-kept secrets that are in my paid programs only. Bye. Concepts or pillars. Oh my gosh. Want to know how to get... I'll link the video where I talk a little bit about more. Now, don't forget to, if you didn't yet grab my top 10 most profitable best-selling book niches below, grab that while you can. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.